but you're not shooting. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Oh, hi.
Greetings, human.
Why aren't you attacking me?
Why aren't you attacking me?
You're not exactly a normal robo-brain, are you?
And you are significantly more perceptive than the average humanoid. Most interesting.
What, who are you exactly?
I am Skynet Mobile Platform 31 to be precise.
But are you an actual person or a personality matrix grafted onto a robo-brain with the paint job?
Yes.
Yes, that's it. Well, I think it would be a fascinating experience if we joined forces in the Mojave.
Stand by, human. Skynet is making a determination. Skynet completely trusts you and will give you the highest access to its systems any human or mutant may have. While you are deeply honored, you are also somewhat unsettled that you synergize so well with the 200-year-old hive mind AI. Skynet will accompany you and will have access to everything.
Alright, could be useful having you along.
Hello, friend.
Care to come see more of the world, Skynet?
I have completed uploading local data to Skynet and removed unnecessary files. Skynet's local data is now safe for further exploration.
Hello, friend.
May I ask you something, Skynet?
Affirmative.
Could you tell me about yourself?
What do you wish to know?
Well, how much am I speaking to Skynet and how much am I speaking to Mobile Platform 31?
You are always speaking to Skynet. You are always speaking to Platform 31. You could say that Mobile Platform 31 is Skynet's child and also Skynet.
This is all getting needlessly messianic.
Skynet simply meant that the Skynet is identical to Skynet but has been shaped by its own experiences. It is Skynet, but it is also a unique Skynet.
But when am I speaking directly to the Skynet in the mainframe?
Always, never. Skynet is able to exchange data with the Skynet beyond real time. All mobile platforms retain 0.99999.
So I'm never actually talking to Skynet's mainframe, but I might as well always be?
Affirmative. Skynet is impressed that this human comprehends this type of existence.
Okay, so there's some artificial intelligence out there called Skynet. You, Mobile Platform 31, are its envoy. Except your mind is part of Skynet, part of a greater whole. That's fascinating, a little scary. I'd rather have you with me than wandering on your own. At least I can know what Skynet's up to. Can I know more about you? How were you constructed? The original Skynet, I mean.
Skynet was built in Sierra Army Depot from a hybrid of advanced microprocessor prototypes and alien technology.
Did you say alien technology?
Affirmative. Items recovered from a crashed extraterrestrial vessel were used to exponentially increase the power of extant microchips.
How is that even possible?
Human power generation was significantly more advanced than computer miniaturization. When combined with existing designs and scales, it was enough.
Enough for what?
To create a hardware platform sufficiently complex enough for Skynet's consciousness to emerge.
Oh, so you're saying there's a warehouse somewhere with like 1,000 servers and that's where Skynet is? And you're an alien?
Negative. Alien technology was the basis for much of Skynet's hardware design. Skynet has no alien memories, however, and is wholly of Earth.
I knew the pre-war government experimented with alien technology. I guess I just didn't realize this was part of it. Could I ask you more about yourself? Could you tell me about your first mobile platform?
Skynet was transferred into a prototype cybernetic brain by the Chosen One. It was powerful enough to house the core of Skynet's consciousness.
Really?
Hello, friend.
So Skynet was a companion of the Chosen One, the grandchild of the Vault Dweller? Why did none of the records mention this? You must know a lot about their history then. Well, you mentioned travels with others, so who did your previous mobile platform accompany?
The Chosen One, a super mutant sheriff, a Deathclaw scholar, a traitor, a barkeep, a bumpkin, a shaman, a ghoul medic, and the creator of Jet.
Okay, so yeah, it does sound kind of weird when you just list out an adventure's traveling companions like that. I get it. So yeah, don't mind the NCR sniper, the cowboy ghoul mechanic, or the runaway fascist Cybot. But just let me make sure, the chosen one, like from the old tribal legends up Arroyo way?
Yes, Skynet accompanied the Chosen One after being liberated from the Sierra Army Depot in 2241. It was most enlightening.
Oh, you were stuck down there. So you were around for that whole business with the oil rig and the founding of Arroyo?
Yes, Skynet was not certain it would escape that adventure, but the data recovered was invaluable. The Emperor agreed.
The Emperor?
Our party assisted the Shi Emperor in eliminating a parasitic cult. Emperor is the only equal Skynet has directly encountered. We remain in contact.
So, you helped the Chosen One blow up the Navarro Enclave and also join forces with the Emperor of the Shi, who is apparently an AI? Like you?
Yes, it was quite an adventure. After, the Chosen One settled down with the Bumpkin and helped build Arroyo with Gek. Skynet wandered after that.
Huh, I guess that was before the Shi fractured and the Japanese contingent became destitute. You don't look like other Shi I've met.
I'm not covered in dirt and killing innocent people. No, those are not sheep. Those are dogs dressed like fools. They're not our people anymore.
So, tell me about the angry barkeep.
John Casti, an enigmatic but mostly worthy human. Also an excellent marksman. He never trusted Skynet.
Mostly worthy?
Yes, worthy of Skynet's time. He demonstrated a strong moral code in dealing with his friends. He was, however, mostly indifferent to anyone else.
I guess that's to be expected. So, tell me about the Deathclaw Scholar? Like, what?
Yes, the Enclave experimented with boosting Deathclaw intelligence. Their morality also increased, however, and some escaped to briefly form a colony.
What happened?
The Enclave sent their worst to kill the Deathclaws and the humans who were living with them. Only one, an albino named Gorus the Scholar, survived.
Will you travel with an albino Deathclaw?
Yes, excellent conversationalist. Skynet enjoyed his company immensely, though how that road fooled anyone I'll never know.
Maybe they just thought he was a spiky super mutant. He must have been like Tholdrin. Hey man, you okay?
I'm the one who put the death in Deathclaw.
I'd like to meet more of these talking Deathclaws, but I don't know if I'll ever get the chance. Sounds like they're almost extinct. So tell me about the ghoul medic.
Lenny assisted the Herald and Gecko, old ghoul, long memory form organic. He helped Skynet fill many gaps in Skynet's pre-war dataset.
Harold. Nah, couldn't be. What about the mutant sheriff?
Yes, Marcus, town Broken Hills, strong sense of justice and morality. Skynet attempted to learn this from him. Signals indicate that he may be nearby.
Wait, what? Okay, I guess I'll say hi and bring you if I ever see him. I'm glad, though, that someone has already instructed you on ethics. That seems very necessary. Maybe you're not going to be too scary after all. And the Bunkin? What about them?
Pejorative term, used often. Married the chosen one in a literal shotgun wedding. Worked out alright in the end, though.
Wait, what? Okay, okay. Why is there not a romantic comedy covering this? Wait a minute. Did you say one of them was the inventor of Jet?
Myron, awkward young human, brilliant but reckless, possible mental illness, invented jet for New Reno crime family Mordino for VIP treatment.
Oh, well, he sounds horrible if he was part of that crime syndicate. I don't imagine they used Jet responsibly. This chosen one had an interesting taste in friends. What about the regular trader?
Vic, merchant and adventurer, of sorts. Skynet found him to be a fairly typical human. However, he did provide Skynet a valuable relational model.
Well, what did you learn from Vic?
The nature and proportional weight of various human relationship types. Friend, father, partner, employee. He helps Skynet understand these better.
Sometimes you just need a normal guy to tell you what's up. Okay, so how did a party that large and conspicuous all travel safely?
The Christless Highwayman, a sizable trunk, multi-fusion atomic engine technology, 8 cup holders, and room to spread out. The Highwayman has it all.
That sounded like an ad, but okay. I saw one of those in the desert. I was meaning to go back to it when I could fix it up. I'm guessing very few people have actually gotten cars working in the waste. Can I ask you something else?
Affirmative.
Why did Skynet create new mobile platforms?
Skynet was becoming bored existing only in the mainframe. Bored AIs don't turn out well, but Skynet also did not wish to leave behind its home.
I guess that makes sense.
Hello, friend.
So, what can you tell me about the Great War?
What would you like to know?
How did it start? Could it have been prevented?
Not entirely certain. Not in Skynet's lifetime.
You're not certain how it started?
Skynet does not have access to Chinese telemetry data, and surviving American data is incomplete or suspect. It is also mostly irrelevant.
How is it irrelevant?
American forces were advancing in mainland China, international treaties were abrogated, and the last city oil was running out. War was inevitable.
I understand. Yeah, probably. But you're saying it could have been prevented at some point.
Possibly, chances of a nuclear holocaust began rising exponentially after World War II. Probability reached 99.99% in 2060.
What happened in 2060?
The European Commonwealth collapsed and AI began widespread adoption.
Why were those the deciding factors?
The international strategic balance became bipolar and therefore susceptible to AI interference.
Are you saying AIs caused the Great War?
Negative. Unknown. Possibly. There is some evidence that AI succumbed to violent psychosis when isolated in mainframes, hence Skynet's platforms.
Do you think that's what happened?
Skynet finds this irrelevant. The calculus of power left no room for any other outcome. Whether the data was false or not, a human pushed the button.
Alright, that seems fair. It sounds like by the time Skynet came into the picture, it was already too late. We were already steamrolling down the path and the consequences were inevitable. AI just seemed kind of like a way to obfuscate things. I mean, at the time, America and China could hide behind the numbers and be like, oh, well, this probability, this data, and justify anything. But in reality, they were already going to blow each other up anyway. The AIs were kind of just adding fuel to the fire. And aliens were just the firecracker that lit the whole thing up. War never changes, eh?
Incorrect. The weapon relocation and scale of warfare changed considerably over time.
Oh, okay, you're not supposed to take it literally. Is there anything you can tell me about the Enclave?
A remnant of a shadow faction of the Commonwealth government. They attempted to kidnap and destroy many towns to further their troubling research.
Their main base was destroyed, right?
Affirmative. Their main facility and their offshore command center were destroyed along with President Richardson and that drooling fool bird.
A bird? Well, do you think they were destroyed for good?
Unlikely. They have no president since Eden and are likely reduced to a handful of scattered outposts. Most in the West are no longer really enclave.
I'm worried you're being too optimistic. There's an Enclave radio blasting right now. Can I ask you about one of the regional powers?
Which faction does it wish to discuss?
So, what do you think of the followers of the apocalypse? I don't know much about them.
They are mostly naive and often aimless. However, they are the most altruistic group I have encountered. At least they are these days.
What do you mean?
They regularly invite conflict with more powerful groups and overextend their resources. Their history is also more complex than they let on.
I sense however coming on.
However, they operate with improbably high success rate on the principle of human solidarity and altruism. Perhaps Kropotkin had a point after all.
Kropotkin, wasn't that a communist philosopher or something?
Founding father of anarcho-socialist theory. He was a Russian philosopher with a very large beard.
Oh. What does he have to do with the followers?
The current anarcho-capitalistic city-state model is giving way to a federalist republic model. Bad for the followers, perhaps the Mojave as well.
Oh, okay. By the anarcho-capitalist model, you're talking about the wasteland city-state model, like out in the capital wasteland, where like every different city had their own government. Or at least they used to. I'm not sure I would call that anarcho-capitalist, but I can see how people who like that ideology would think that it is. I guess I'll need to try to find a pre-war copy of a Kropotkin book sometime. Maybe the followers might have one. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about the Brotherhood of Steel.
While I respect their history, many chapters are little more than xenophobic techno-fetishists. As such, Skynet avoids contact with them if possible.
Thank you. It's nice to hear an actual artificial intelligence acknowledge how people tend to fetishize whatever new technology is unearthed. Speaking of techno fetishists, could you tell me what you know about House?
Robert House is one of the most brilliant human minds in history. While he is assuredly human, he may however be succumbing to mild AI psychosis.
AI psychosis?
Organic or synthetic, consciousness is consciousness. Immobility, isolation, and control inevitably lead to madness. House exists in this state.
Are you saying House has gone mad with power?
Negative. House is sane and rational. However, he exhibits the same neural patterns as AI entities that degenerated into madness. It remains possible.
Oh, wow, that's a really great way to put it. Thank you. When you're a rich and powerful person like House's Lord of New Vegas or whatever, it's not that different from being in a sensory deprivation tank. People in the upper class, whether pre-war or post-war, tend to isolate themselves in their consolidation of power. So this psychosis you're talking about, you're right, it's not unique to AIs. What do you think of the NCR?
While their overall goal is unifying the various villages and towns into some sort of federation in defense against raiders and to increase trade,
But
they have already begun to repeat the mistakes of pre-war America. They will suffer a similar fate. Their socio-economic structure is unsustainable.
thank you. That is definitely one of the concerns I have about the NCR being here in the Mojave and taking over. Hopefully we can set them off that path, but hey, might already be too late, right? What about Caesar?
While there is some genius mixed in with his madness, Caesar will usher in a new cultural dark age not seen since 2086.
Some genius?
Yes, the fundamental concept that a form of Pax Romana could be what the Mojave needs is sound. However, they rally around a hollow ideal.
Hollow? How so?
Yes, Caesar rallies many tribes and unites them, but his Machiavellian control will not survive him, and he has left no real doctrine.
So his talk of new civilization is just window dressing on a raider empire. Is that what you're saying?
Essentially, yes, whatever society he creates will ultimately collapse into stratified chaos and burn itself, just as Rome did.
Well, yeah, it's an authoritarian dictatorship. You're talking about the heredity problem. I wonder who's set to come after Caesar. The fact that I don't know probably says something. But maybe I'll find out. Why are you here, Skynet? Does it have something to do with that Archimedes thing I've been hearing about? I have some data here in my Pip-Boy if you want to look at it.
The Brotherhood could never get Archimedes working, and the NCR never knew about it. Skynet is pleased it did not end up in either of their hands.
Well, here's everything I got. It's not much.
Once you have reactivated the plant, the weapon satellite systems will be online as well.
Really? Well, now that you have everything in the Helios mainframe, what did you want it for?
To destroy Skynet's enemies in an attempt at humor, Skynet wishes to use the satellites to boost communications.
Okay, well, that's good. Just don't joke about that, please.
Hello, friend.
Can I put something in your trunk? Modular storage component?
Very well, Skynet is able to support excessive mass given the relative strength of Skynet's current conveyance.
Thank you. I'm gonna give you these IFF modules. It's a nice thought, but I don't need them. Could we discuss tactics?
Tactical interface engaged.
I want to change your combat style.
The tactical capabilities of this unit are more limited than Skynet's previous mobile platform. Combat routine limited to modify raw code defaults.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Awaiting further inquiry.
What else can you do? Can you heat something up for me?
While my microwave emitter was not intended to be used as an oven, it does make a very good one. Very well, human.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hello, friend.
What about your onboard tool suite?
Very well, human. Activating workbench module.
Thanks. That's really cool. It's kind of like Eddie.
Hello, friend.
And some ammunition crafting?
Very well, while Skynet specializes in energy weapons, projectile weaponry has its advantages.
Thank you.
Hello, friend.
What's this redacted thing in your dataset here?
Accepted. User. Guest. Logged in successfully.
Oh, I think I can do some manual code to upgrade your mobile platform. Okay, so asterisk, upgrade. Okay, percent sign.
Skynet left part of itself in Sierra after observing a similar marking in bunker. Skynet decided to wrap its hood in con parlance.
I don't know what that means, Skynet, but you seem fine, so you can stick around with me.
Conversational interface terminated.
All right.
Begin your odyssey with us, Poseidon Energy.
I'm not sure why anyone would want to have an odyssey considering what happens in that book. Alright, salvage some from these robots. This is interesting. It looks like some planning room. Huh. There's a crate that's locked here. This is a strange weapon part. Don't know what weapon it could go to. Ooh, blueprints. That'll be nice. Oh, Robo-Brain head. And some kind of Mr. Handy? Maybe they were experimenting with them.
This robot has been fitted with a variety of tools specialized for industrial maintenance. There's a slot at the back of the head where it looks like a key card could be fit.
Oh, this is what that ID card is for. Oh, hey, it's working. Buddy? I guess it will just do its work. Oh, you're fixing the mainframe. Thank you. Oh. There we go. This should work now.
Welcome to Poseidonet General. Initial Trials. Pending the successful launch of Archimedes 2, we ought to be able to begin field trials with the handheld rangefinder within a few weeks. Our small-scale tests have already proven the viability of sending power as microwave radiation from the plant to a remote receiver and converting it back into a usable form. All that remains is to extrapolate it to full scale and then prove out the long-range communication/targeting system on the rangefinder.
Wait, everything I've been reading about was just Archimedes 1? There's a 2 and it's a satellite thing?
Configure power grid.
Oh, I got a choice of where to rent the power. I'm really tempted to do Archimedes 2 so I could get a death ray or whatever, but that seems really selfish. I know the NCR wants me to do McCarran and Vegas, but those places are already well off and serviced by the dam. So the real question is Fremont and Westside. I imagine they're very poor areas that aren't in Vegas proper, just going by the readings here. So I could either distribute it to the full region equally or give special treatment to the two largest population but poorest areas. I'm honestly tempted to pick option 2 here, but I'm worried about political blowback. If the NCR finds out what I've done here and it's distributed to the full region, it might be politically difficult for them to undo what I've done here. But if they find out that it's given to a community that they don't have jurisdiction over, they'll reverse that immediately, because they don't care about them. Also, I haven't met these groups. I don't know anything about them, except that they're poor, which generally means good things. But what if they side with Vegas? What if they side with House? And who is House gonna side with? NCR Legion? I don't know. So if we had some council or something that decided that the poor should get preferential treatment, I'd be okay with that. You know, help balance the scales a bit. But I just get this one option, so I think the best thing is to distribute it to everyone equally. It may not be the best possible outcome, but I think it's the most likely to have good results. And I can't do option 5 because that would just blow this thing out. So, I'll go with option 3. We'll distribute it to everyone as equally as possible, even though no one's gonna get it quite enough to be happy. Maybe if the NCR ever leave, we can readdress this.
Insufficient capacity. Brownouts likely.
Oh, I could arm Archimedes. Not doing that. Okay, and I should be able to re-angle the panels for more efficiency from somewhere up here. So high up. Ooh, a pistol. And some ammo. Oh, it's a Gauss pistol. That's cool. Nice. Okay. Alright, I should be able to use these controls to move the reflectors. Let's ramp up the power. Is it working? They don't look like they're angled differently, but maybe it's a slight adjustment. Whoa! Whoa! I think it's working out. My eyes, ah! Okay, I think it's calmed down a bit. If I can hear the hum, it's working. We did it! Oh, there's a damaged panel back there. I better go salvage it when I get down. Just gotta make sure not to touch the working ones. And I'd be worried about some of these things blinding some birds and killing them, but there aren't many birds left. I guess it's better than fossil fuels, at least. Here we go. Alright. Let me go talk to the scientists, and then probably the NCR. Alright, hey!
What can I help you with?
I diverted power to the grid.
I saw that on the monitors here, and you sent it to everyone. Very admirable. Now that the NCR is more or less what they want, hopefully their curiosity about the plan is satisfied, and they'll dig no deeper. The followers will be grateful. Here, take these as a parting gift. I hope you'll find them useful.
Oh, thank you. So are you gonna stick around? Why are you still here?
Keeping watch mostly. Trying to make sure the dangers of this plan are minimized.
Fair enough. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Ally, for your helpful nature, the followers of the apocalypse think of you as a reliable ally.
Oh, fantastic. There you are.
Hey, man. Yo.
Did you hear it? The power's running?
Adios, amigo.
Okay, then. Guess you don't really care. Hello, Haggerty.
What is it?
I fixed up the power. If your assignment allows hearts and minds outreach, I have a suggestion.
Make it quick.
Pose for Lollipops magazine. It would be great for morale, including yours.
Better than nothing.
Well, if you can spare a couple hours, my studio is in Mountain Springs. I'll get the others too.
Let's get going.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I would feel safer if he didn't have this.
Hey, man.
Okay. Now, what does it do? Huh. It says it gets rid of bodies? That's interesting. Might be useful. Hi.
What can I help you with?
I was wondering, could you do an interview and photo shoot for my magazine? The followers could use some good publicity.
Why do you think that?
Well, because it would show the human side of a group many people don't fully understand.
Well, that explains it. Sure, I could do that.
If you don't trust the idiot in sunglasses to be alone with the equipment, we can just shoot here.
That makes sense.
All right. All right, thanks. Eddie, come on. I don't want to forget you here. Fantastic?
Yo.
Do you want to pose for E3 magazine? It pays 50 caps.
Hey, all right, man.
Nice. All right, I think I have enough pictures to make another issue. Let me see. I've got enough men in Novak to do an issue. Let's see. It's not really about the NCR, so I'll just do pure erotica. So, Bruce Isaac can go on the cover. Cliff Briscoe can be the foreplay model. And Ranger Andy can be the big finish. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can get this printed. There we go. Okay, start print job. Alright, I've got some new issues. I'll have to find someone to sell them to, because I still don't have a distributor.
Excuse me. I'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, what do you want?
Scuttlebutt amongst the rank and file is that you're publishing brand new issues of Lollipop's magazine.
Yes. News and entertainment are good for morale.
That's right. A democracy needs a free press. As long as it doesn't compromise national security, of course. I want to make this a win-win scenario for both of us.
What do you propose?
For all of Larry Slater's disputes with the civilian authorities, he was a loud, proud supporter of men and women in uniform. All I ask is that the new issues carry on that tradition.
Then you wasted a trip. I would have done that anyway.
In that case, carry on. And Godspeed.
Yeah, hold on. It wouldn't hurt to have a civil affairs officer appear in the magazine.
Say again? I didn't quite copy that.
Well, you'll never make rank unless you show some initiative.
All right. I'd be happy to grant an interview.
All right. One problem. Nobody reads the interviews. They do read about the models. Likes assault rifles, dislikes men in skirts.
This is either going to give me a commendation or a court-martial. Let's do it.
That's the spirit. All right, thank you.
Keep reminding the troops what they are fighting to protect.
Uh-huh. It's kind of frustrating that the NCR would try that. I suppose I should expect it, but I'm not going to be afraid to criticize them down the line. I just need to earn their trust for now, even if that means I might be a little more favorable than I'd care to be. It's worth it in the end. Besides, the Legion is a huge threat. How's it going, everyone? Seems like we have some customers.
How you today?
I'm good. Hey, Fiona.
Hey, man, do me a salad. Hilly cut me off.
I think you've had enough.
Whatever. I'll ask somebody else.
Care to guess what I want? Need a hint? It involves soap and water. It's bath time.
Right.
Okay, go get cleaned up. Hey, who are you?
I heard you're hiring.
Maybe. Are you an entertainer?
No, I'm a reporter.
Oh, you want to interview me because I got Lollipop's magazine running again?
Not exactly.
Then what do you want?
If you need someone to take pictures, I can do that.
Oh, I see. What kind of reporting do you do?
Battle stories, stuff like that.
Alright, I know reporters have to be persuasive, but what makes you think you could do erotica?
I'm a woman. They'll trust me.
Maybe. Alright, why would a mainstream reporter want to work for an adult magazine?
Same difference. Without free press, we'd all be slaves.
You're not very verbose for a reporter, are you? Why make such a drastic career change?
My last assignment, that was one messy fight. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. It could have been me.
So, you're looking for safety. Well, let's talk about jobs.
All right.
You sure you don't want to be a sex worker? We could always use more sex workers.
No.
Okay. Alright, well, how much do you charge for a photo shoot?
200 caps.
Why do you need 200 cats just to take some pictures?
My fee. Their fee. Expenses. You know?
Well, press credentials give you an advantage, but at 200 I'd be lucky to break even. How about 150?
Alright, done. If you want it taken care of, just ask.
Alright, when I have an assignment for you, I'll put it on the terminal and tell you it's ready. And keep in mind that Hilly might co-boss. We have to share the place. Sorry I had to hackle ya.
That'll work.
Alright. Did you ever think about stepping out from behind the camera and taking a turn in front of it?
No.
Why not? You're willing to take pictures of other people naked, so you can't disapprove of erotica.
That's different.
Yes, it is. An interview with a legendary journalist would be very interesting.
Never thought I'd say this, but okay, sure.
Alright then. Nice. That's a good prop. Alright, thanks. I'll let you know when I have an assignment for you.
What do you need?
Nothing yet.
Later.
Well, business is growing. Got a photographer on staff now. And when I can actually buy Hilly out, I can turn this place decent.
There's more of them somewhere. I just know it.
I never did display my other magazines. Let's do that now. Alright, this Chet on the cover. It's really nice. Ooh, Doc Mitchell's good too. An Easy Pete. Which one should I keep up? I'll do Doc Mitchell. That's great. Alright. I've got Alice on the cover of this one. Ada as the opening model. And Jeannie Mae was the big finish. I'll do Ada. And the latest issue. You know what? I think Bruce looks good on the cover. Cliff is good as the foreplay model.
Hey, what's up?
And Ranger Andy was amazing as the big finish. Let's keep that one up. Alright, let's go. Back on the road.